How do you make your dreams a reality? Has it been very challenging? Why? The Dream to Rise podcast was created to inspire individuals on their journeys of personal and professional growth. Recognizing the power of dreams and aspirations, this podcast aims to share authentic stories, valuable insights, and transformative strategies from a diverse range of guests. It serves as a platform for encouraging listeners to overcome obstacles, embrace their potential, and pursue their passions with purpose and determination, ultimately empowering them to turn their dreams into reality. Let us listen to our guest and learn from their story. Welcome to our Dream to Rise podcast, and I would like to welcome our guest who is based in Alberta, Canada. Is that correct?
That's right. Just right by those big old mountains.
Yes, that's my wish to visit Alberta, Canada. And he is a two-time published children's author and host of the 30 Minute of Fame podcast. After battling PTSD and alcohol addiction for two decades, he transformed his life after a heartbreaking moment with his 4-year-old daughter, losing over 170 pounds and becoming the present, healthy dad he always wanted to be. His inspiring comeback story was featured on Fox News, CNN, and Yahoo News in 2023, where he shared how his daughter is now smiling all the time. He now uses his podcasts and books to spread messages of resilience, fatherhood, and second chances. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our guest, Mr. Dave Murphy. Welcome, Dave.
Thank
How are
you. Thank
you?
you. Thank you for having me on. It's nice to connect, and I like doing these shows every now and then. It keeps me on my toes.
Yes, yes. We had a chat before the recording, and I was able to explain to Dave the main reason why I've created this podcast, Dream to Rise, because it's a way we could use this platform to inspire and empower other people to live the life they love. And most of the time, we are constricted by the conditions and circumstances surrounding us, especially what's happening right now, right, in this world.
Uh, it's
And
wild.
we're living in a very chaotic world. And I'm sure we, as individuals, are able to contribute something, even in our own small ways, on how to promote positivity and hope to other people who are also in their dark bubbles. Let's go ahead again, Dave. I'm so happy that you're here.
My story, to sum it up, in 1994, I was in the wrong neighborhood of town at the wrong time, just a young punk. And I had three guys come at me and attack me. I ended up being hit with a knife 13 times.
Oh my.
I had one miss my heart by half an inch, almost lost my left leg, and then 9 in my back. And so I was on a couch for about 6 months, had to learn how to walk again. And then the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks started to come, the flashbacks. Every time I closed my eyes, at night, I'd see these guys. If I saw anyone that looked like them, I'd go the other way. I'd turn around. I was pretty messed up, and I didn't know how to deal with it, so I started drinking 5, 6 nights a week. I'd go to a pub and just get embarrassingly drunk, blackout drunk. I don't remember, maybe a good 10 years of my life that I don't even remember, just because I was blackout drunk 5 nights a week. And it was just how I dealt with it. I didn't know what these feelings were. I didn't talk to anyone. My family didn't know. And so this went on till about 2013. Oh, sorry, 2010. And I had a friend of mine. She's 5 foot nothing, just the friendliest, happiest woman I've ever met in my life. Just amazing singer. She had the voice of an angel. It was 1:30 at night at a pub, and she basically took me by the shoulder and put me in a booth with a pot of coffee and said, "If you don't smarten the F up, you're not going to see 50." I was closing in on 400 pounds. I'm 6'2", but I mean, I carried it well, but I had no neck and just in horrible shape. And that kind of hit me. That kind of started my wake up process. And then in 2014, when I found out my ex-wife was pregnant, then I'm like, okay, I really got to smarten up. So I went to get help. I went to two psychologists, tried that out. That didn't work. And then so my daughter was born, and my drunk nights went down to one night a week. I'd still go out with my friends and just have a time. And then she was 4 years old. This was about 2018. And she just wanted to race me home. We're at a playground. And because I was almost 400 pounds and having half a muscle in my upper left leg, I said, sorry, sweetie, dad can't run. And her little face, I could still see it, just looking at me with that just pure disappointment in her eyes. It woke me up. So I went online, I jumped on Twitter at the time, and I said, this is it. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds this year, and I'm gonna donate $1 a pound for every pound I lose to my favorite charity that helps veterans with PTSD and firefighters and first responders. And so I hit that goal. 12 people matched me, so that my $100 turned into $1,200. Somebody else saw it that's pretty well off. They matched us all up to $3,000. And then a horse charity, because it's that charity, they use horses for therapy with PTSD. Spruce Meadows saw it, and they topped that donation up to $25,000. So I'm like, from one little post, and then so I just kept going, and then on my birthday 3 years ago, so I haven't been intoxicated in 3 years. My friend that I had that conversation with, she passed away on my birthday. So it's kind of like because my birthday was still the one day a year, I'd still go out and just have a good time, have a bunch of drinks, but it wasn't an escape anymore. It was just a celebration. But so since then, I been sober just over 3 years. I've had like four beers, so I don't really call myself sober. I call myself clean because I've had like a casual drink at a barbecue or something, but I can do that. And yeah, so I'm down 170 pounds overall. Just to jump back, one more quick thing. 2 years ago, my best friend signed me, him, and my daughter up for a 5 kilometer race. And I'm
Wow.
like, what? No, wow, I can't do that. But we did it in 42 minutes. And my daughter beat me by half a second. She doesn't let it down yet. But we ran together, and that was probably the most powerful moment of my life. So that's when I'm like, all right, I'm going to help other people in the same situation. So we met a girl in my town, 15 years old. She drew the pictures. We wrote the words, and we released our first children's book together. Just about me going from 400 pounds to doing a 5 kilometer race with her. And it did pretty well. I mean, it hasn't like broken any numbers, but I don't care about numbers. I'm all about impact,
Yeah.
right? Like even with doing my own podcast, and you get this too. You have on a really powerful episode, and like, okay, only 13 people have watched this, but if one of those 13 people is me, drunk out of my mind 10 years ago, that goes to get help, and that's worth more than a million views. And that's what I
Exactly.
live by. And I'm part of a bunch of podcast groups on Facebook, and I see people, oh, my views are so bad. How do I get them up? How do I make money? How do I, if that, it's like buying baseball cards to try and make money off baseball cards now. It's impossible,
Mhm.
right? But
Actually, what I'm doing, it's like ministry work. It's not about money, it's about how are you able to make an impact, make a difference, especially those who are in need. As what you have mentioned, if you are able to save a soul, that would create already a ripple effect to others.
it
Because,
sure is.
yes,
I
y-
had a boxer on my show that was a former addict, and this guy was so nervous. I had to talk him down 30 minutes before he hit the record buttons. He was terrified. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to get 5 minutes out of me. I can't talk. And by the end of our show, he went an hour and 10 minutes, and I couldn't get him to stop talking. And it was beautiful. He's sober 5 years. Now he's a professional fighter. He actually went to Las Vegas, of all places, to go to rehab. You don't really think of those two things together, Vegas and rehab.
Mhm.
But it's just the little stories like that and the connections. I've connected a rapper, like a musician that writes songs about recovery with a guy that just relapsed. So now they're talking, they're becoming friends. So it's,
Wonderful.
you never know whose life you can impact just by doing a little half an hour show. I love it.
Exactly. And it's not really about you giving advice, it's about showing kindness. A simple, genuine, and sincere smile might help other people who are down, and that could inspire others as well. So, what would be the the time wherein you did this major shift? I mean, enough is enough. I have reached the point wherein I have to take action of my life. Was it because of your daughter that you are unable to be physically active with her, or another thing?
Me and my daughter, well, me and my daughter and my girlfriend who actually met, she left a review on the second children's book I wrote, and because she had been through the same demons. Um, well, that's another story after, but it's a combination of my friend in the booth and my daughter. I don't ever want to see that look on my daughter's face again. And then having my friend pass away on my birthday is kind of like my reminder to, never go back to that life. Um, when you see like the Facebook memories and the flashbacks and on this day, me, that's my vault of embarrassment most times. Like there's stuff in there I could never run for mayor or run for senate because it's because of the things that are on my Facebook. But just that constant reminder, and then hearing from people that come on and say, "Hey, you know what? Got one of your books for my kid, and my husband read it, and now they're starting to work out together to do their own run." And that's what hits you right there, right? It's a combination of both, I would say. And then my girlfriend lost over 200 pounds. She's been sober over 15 years. So meeting someone that's on the exact same mindset with me, and we just joined the gym together. I had been hadn't gone for almost 8 or 9 months. I was getting lazy, so we just joined the gym together, and we're donating $1 to our two favorite charities for every workout we do in the next 6 months.
Wow.
So she
Oh.
picked the center that helped her, and I'm doing the same horse therapy charity, and it keeps you accountable, right? Like if anyone out there is watching this that they're afraid to go to a gym or they're afraid to work out, pick your charity and make a promise. You don't have to post it online. Just post yourself in your head. Say, hey, every time I go work out, I'm going to donate 50 cents to this charity. And then when there's days and you're lazy, if you don't want to go, you're going to think about that charity and the people that are helping. And then it's going to light a fire in you.
Mhm. Exactly, that keeps you motivated. And most of the time, when I tell my other people, if you want to take action, that uncomfortable action, try to set that goals, those goals, and then what action are you supposed to take and put them in your calendar? Because when you have written that in your calendar, that means you have take really to take you need to take action, and it's already there, and you have to, if you need to meet someone, if you need to go to the gym, go to the I think that's the first thing which you did to take care of your health and well-being.
Mm-hmm.
What else, or what other things did help contribute in your current situation right now, that you are free from alcohol, that you are having a great relationship with your daughter? How old is your daughter now?
She'll be 12 in a couple months, so she's almost
Oh,
teenager.
wonderful. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah, that's the teenage year. I understand you. I've gone through that. But what other ways and means did you do in order for you to help solve this challenge or overcome this challenge? Because yes, health and well-being. How about in terms of your mental and your emotional, spiritual? What have you done to help you out in terms of your relationship? What are you doing to keep you upbeat in terms of what pursuing your dream?
When I was 44 years old, I started boxing, and I had been to three psychiatrists, didn't help. Boxing, it fixed my mind so much. It puts you in a whole different place. And you can try and fail so many times, but unless your mind is right when you start and you're doing it for the right reasons, you're gonna fail. And you might fail. I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna fail, but I started and stopped my missions about 9 or 10 times before I finally was able to keep it. The shirt I'm wearing today, I couldn't even get this button done up 3 years ago, but I keep these old clothes. And, used to get a lot of trolls, and I use them for motivation. The first time I went into a gym, I didn't have a neck. Yeah, it was just a big stump. And the back of my neck, I was on a treadmill, and there was two guys behind me, and they're on ellipticals, and they're laughing because the back of my neck, the guy said, looked like a big pack of sausages. So whenever I'm boxing and I'm pounding a heavy bag, I can hear those guys in my head. So I just use it for motivation. My biggest advice, if anyone out there, if you have kids or people close to you, that's your lifeline. Use that. Like, you want more years around. If you got nieces, nephews, if you got your own kids, I probably added about 30 years to my life because I probably wouldn't be here if I had kept drinking the way I was. But yeah, just reach out to someone. Um, Reach out to anyone. Watch videos. Go on. There's a lot of good online. People talk trash about Twitter and TikTok, but you put in that right hashtag and topic, there's so many people on there that are so amazing. I've had so many of my guests I met from there. A doctor that lost everything he had because of addiction, his license, his practice. He went in prison with it. He had a DUI with his son in the car. That one hit me so hard I had to pause the episode just to think about it. But just be kind. Like, you never know what someone's going through. And you look at a doctor who looks like, he's a good looking dude, looks like he could be on a soap opera. I had a Miss America pageant on my show that tried to take her own life the night before a pageant contest.
Wow.
And like, you look at pageant contestants and you think, oh, they got it all together. Look at them. They're so perfect. But the things she told me about what goes on before those shows and around those shows, what an eye opener. So, you see a mailman walking down the street, you see someone in the grocery store, just say hello, say something nice. You never know the crap that someone is going through and how one little nice thing can change their whole day. And that's what I live by.
Exactly. And the important thing of this podcast is most of the time we complain. A lot of us would complain about our life. Why me? Why me? Why do I have to experience this struggle? And how come my friends are there enjoying life while I'm here struggling? But the not realizing that the struggle that you or the challenges you're experiencing actually would help you become the better version of yourself. And we don't need to compare ourselves with others because their life is different from our life. Their journey is different from our journey. They were raised differently. They have experienced different traumas in life, which is entirely different with us. So life is not a competition. I could
No.
see, no, it's not a competition. It's like we are in a track and field thing. We have our own lane, and let's just focus on our purpose. We will fail, as what you have mentioned, but what impact is that on us? The failure is actually a stepping stone to success. How I see it, like Edison, he was able to light the bulb after 10,000 times. So use it as a way to help improve yourself. But that's why I also enjoy having a mastermind group, because in a mastermind group, that's one thing that helped me with my journey. The support of people who are always there to support you and lift you up. Because if you are not aligned with other people, they will drain you, and it will stop you from moving forward towards your dream. Like an accountability partner, your ex-wife, going to the gym. Those are some of the things that we need in order to help us also keep going, right? So how do you remain in power and continue what you do?
Just mostly having guests on my show has been the best therapy I've ever had as well. Just hearing people's stories. And I had a guest on that say a lot of people with PTSD, they can't look people directly in the eyes. And I took a deep look at myself, because when I go into like a coffee shop or a waitress comes over My head was always down. And I'm like, wow, that's me. So just now I started looking people directly in their eyes when I go in, and it's a whole different world. And I'm still a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I still have mild panic attacks, but I know how to deal with them now. Mm, Mostly music. If I get them late at night, I'll put on music and it's gone. But just you mentioned people that look like they're enjoying life and they have it all together. That's the most important people to check on. Because a lot of times that's a front, like me. Like you put on, I was a sad clown for 25 years. Nobody knew. They just thought I was a fun guy that did stupid things at karaoke and impersonations, and it made people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But I was dying inside. So just just check on your friends. Reach out to someone you haven't talked to in 6 months. Just say, hey, how are you? How's it going? And it just I've got such a fire for helping other people now because I wouldn't want to see anyone like me I was in 2010 and at my rock bottom.
Yes, wonderful. And I think it all boils down to your purpose now, right? So trying to live your purpose
For
and
sure.
trying to make an impact in this world. For the next 12 months, what are your goal or what's your goal or goals in life for the next 12 months?
Well, right now my girlfriend has just started. I've just started training her boxing,
Mm.
and I wanna. I don't want to box my girlfriend, but I'd like to be able to go 12 simulated rounds with her, just like friendly sparring where we're not actually hitting each other. You know,
Uh-huh.
don't send me angry messages. I'm not beating up my girlfriend, but just just I'd love to see her just continue, and the two of us, we've lost a combined 411 pounds
Wow,
and
wonderful.
sober 19 years
Uh-huh.
together. It's, and every Saturday night we have family night at the gym. My daughter comes with us. All three of us go and work out. It's really special. I just want to continue to inspire people, have just amazing guests on my show. Still do these shows every once in a while because it's nice. It keeps you fresh.
Is this your ex-girlfriend who's the mother of your...
No, 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 no. So my ex is long gone, but this girl I met because I wrote a second book called In the Heart of the Forest. It's for parents or anyone with PTSD, how to relate to kids, what it's like to have PTSD. And she doesn't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
but she battled PTSD for a lot of years. So she bought the book. I get this amazing review. I'm like, oh, wow, this is really special. So I reached out and sent her a message, and it turns out she's half a mile from me and
Mm.
in a little town of 3,000 people. So we met, we went for coffee about a year and a half ago. My daughter loves her. And we've been together ever since. And so we ever said if we get married, we got to get that Jeff Bezos guy to pay for our wedding because we met on Amazon. So
Oh.
it's worth a shot. Yeah,
Wow. This is a love story also.
yeah. That's a whole other episode there. But
Yeah, another episode. Wonderful. And then you'll update us again of what's happening, right? Okay, so what do you think would be your major roadblock in achieving your goal?
I don't really have any anymore. Just I know how to deal with the panic attacks when they come. I got the motivation for the gym and helping her and her. She relit my fire. And then just I don't really have any roadblocks. I'm feeling pretty good. My mind is about 99% good. I used to have about 90% bad days and 10% good days, and now it's about 2%. It still creeps up on me every now and then, but I'm just like, hey, one of my military buddies said to me, he said he had PTSD as well, and he was one of the first veterans to speak openly about it. But he said, when the past taps you on the shoulder, it doesn't mean you have to turn around and look. And those words have stuck with me for 5 years. And that's how I live my life. And it's just looking forward. And I only look back to see how far I come. And
Wonderful.
yeah,
Wonderful.
it's pretty
Your
powerful.
past. Your past, just get all the lessons learned, work on it in the present, so you may look forward to a better future because you're applying what you've learned from the past.
Exactly.
Yes. So, what would be your simple advice to our listeners right now?
If you're going through anything, if you're struggling, just reach out. to somebody, anybody, even a family member, a friend, even a coworker that you trust. Just talk to somebody. You're not alone. In 2010 was my rock bottom. I came home from a bar. I lived on the 14th floor of a downtown apartment building, and I looked down at the ground and I said, would anyone even give a crap if I leaped off here? And I didn't. I'm still here. And just know that you're not alone. There's people out there. My contact information will be in the description. Send me a message. I talk to people all the time. I'm not a professional. I'm not a shrink, but I've been through some crap. I've had some dark days, a lot of dark days. And yeah, just reach out to me if you want. Reach out to someone. Go leave a comment somewhere that someone's going through the same thing. Ask for help. It's okay.
Exactly. Because no one is exempted from challenges. No one is exempted to experience struggles in life. We all have to experience because it's just how you see it. Are these obstacles? Are these punishments? Or are these opportunities for us to become better?
I love it.
Yes. So would you like to share your contact information so they could reach out to you? How could they be a podcast guest?
Oh yeah, I'm always looking for guests.
I hope next time you'll invite me.
I'd love to have you on. We can flip the tables here and just we
Yes.
can share your story with my people.
Uh-huh. And I
I'm
want to
Dave
invite
Dave Murr YYC on everything. So just my first name, 3 letters are my last name, and YYC is where the Calgary area where I'm based. But I'm that on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. 30 minutes of fame on YouTube, everywhere, Spotify.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find.
Yes. And I might also invite you to my Dream to Rise Inner Circle.
Sure, yeah,
Yeah, I'll get in touch with you. Okay.
perfect.
It's such an honor to have you here, Dave. I would love to hear more about you, and let's keep this connection going. Okay.
Yeah, and then we're gonna talk. I'm gonna have you on my show for one of my little 30-minute shows. And
Okay. Sure. I'll be honored.
okay, all
Thank you
right, thank
so
you.
much, Dave. And to all our listeners, till our next episode. Again, this is Cynthia Concordia from Dream to Rise. Have a blessed day to all. Such an incredible story of resilience and transformation. The journey is a powerful reminder that adversity can lead to profound personal growth and the ability to uplift others. It's inspiring to see how each one turned their challenges into opportunities for healing, especially for those who may feel lost or hopeless. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to explore my books, My Journey into Becoming and Dream to Rise from Darkness into Light. In my journey into becoming, I shared my personal struggles in overcoming an abusive relationship and the heart-wrenching moments that followed, ultimately finding my purpose in helping others live their dreams. Dream to Rise, an anthology, combines the stories of 18 courageous co-authors who illuminate the path from darkness to light. Each narrative showcasing the profound impact that sharing our truths can have on those who are struggling. Together, we can inspire change and encourage others to embrace their own journeys. Remember, your voice matters, and there is a community of support waiting to lift you up. Let's continue to be beacons of hope and make a difference in this world. Thank you for being here and for everything you're doing to help others rise. For those who would like to be a part of the Dream to Rise Inner Circle, this is a mastermind group that fosters learning and growth. My main objective is to help the members rise and shine. Be a part of this amazing group and let's strive to be the best version of ourselves. If you need more information, please visit my website www.dreamtorise.info. Again, www.dreamtorise.info. Have a blessed day to all.